Pets are part of your family, and when emergencies like natural disasters occur, you want to keep them safe. The best process for keeping your pets safe and well during emergencies is to have a well-made plan, ensure the family all know it, and prepare well in advance. Plan. Planning ahead is important because it will save you valuable time in an emergency, and that can make all the difference to the life and well-being of your family, including your pets. Your plan needs to consider all likely natural disasters for your region. In Queensland country areas, that mostly includes storms, floods, bushfires, and heatwaves. You'll need to consider how those different events might affect your pet's health and safety, your evacuation routes, and end destinations. You should discuss your plan, record it, and practice it with your family or housemates. And place your plan somewhere prominent, on the fridge or by the front door, so it's easy to find and use if you suddenly find yourself in an emergency. Here are some key points your plan should include. Ensure your animals always have a water supply that will last them several days, even if you expect to be home that evening. Use water containers that won't tip over and spill. Prepare a list of your preferred animal shelters or friends that would be prepared to temporarily house and care for your animals in case of an emergency. Ensure your animals are identified with a visible marker, such as a collar and council registration tag, as well as permanently identified with a microchip. Make sure your contact details are correct with council, and your microchip registry includes several alternative contact numbers in case you can't be reached. Ensure your pet's vaccinations are up to date and you have the certificates in case they need to be admitted to a boarding facility or shelter. Arrange with a nearby friend or neighbor to collect your pet if you're not available. Having a pet emergency kit ready on short notice. Pet emergency kit. In the event of an emergency like a flood or fire, you and your pet may have to leave your property at very short notice. In some cases, it may be someone else who collects your pet on your behalf because you're not even home. A pet emergency kit will ensure that everything your pet needs is easily identified and can be transported with your pet to its temporary accommodation. Clearly label the emergency kit for each animal with their name and photo. An emergency kit should include the following items: enough food and water for at least 3 days, and containers they can eat from. Leads for dogs, with a chain suitable for tethering if possible, and a muzzle if the dog may be nervous or dangerous. An appropriate cage, carrier, or container for each small pet, including cats, birds, guinea pigs, fish, or reptiles, for transportation and housing purposes. Make sure the cage is big enough and has a litter tray that suits the animal, as each animal may need to live in its cage or carrier for a few days. Clearly label each cage or carrier with your contact details. Owning enough carriers to accommodate your animals and ensuring they fit in your vehicle allows for a speedy evacuation. An information list including your name, address and phone numbers, your pet's name, description, and care requirements. Pet first aid items and essential medications and records on their medical history, vaccinations, and preferred vet. Blankets, towels, and bedding. Pet registration, identification, and licensing records. Kitty litter for cats or other small animals. Emergency kits should be located somewhere that will be easily accessible in case you need to evacuate quickly, and easy to find for a friend or neighbor in case you're not nearby. Stay or go. In the event of a disaster, you must decide if your animals will remain on the property or leave with you. See the other videos in this series for what you need to consider. Remember, your animals are your responsibility. Failing to plan ahead for your animal's safety during an emergency puts lives at risk, theirs, yours, and emergency service workers. For more information, visit disaster.sdrc.qld.gov.au.